Hello all, myself K. Sivashankari, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Nanda Engineering College, Erode. Let me give a small insights into the topic email etiquette. It is one of the keynote to be developed in professional skill development. First of all, what is etiquette? Etiquette is nothing but a set of rules or habits or procedure we should follow to give a shape or to correct a particular behavior. That is what is called as etiquette. Likewise, email etiquette is a key to effective communication, that a set of procedures or rules we should follow to have an effective email communication. This is what we called as email etiquette. Let's get into the topic. Etiquette is a code of behavior that delineates expectations for social behavior according to contemporary conventional norms within a society, social class, or group. Yes, etiquette is a code of behavior. So while we are communicating with particular society or a particular group of people or with professionals, we should have some code of behavior that needs to be developed to have a effective communication with them. So what is the need of email etiquette is that first one is professionalism. To create a professional communication, we should follow a proper email etiquette. If you are a student or a faculty or a working professional, you should have proper etiquettes to communicate with your uh, senior faculties or superior faculties. Then efficiency. To have a efficient communication, you needs to develop a good email etiquette. Then protection from liability is something we are responsible for. So to protect ourselves from our liabilities, we should have a proper communication, that is email communication, which is necessary to develop. So writing an email, we have a set of behaviors or code of behavior we need to follow in each and every steps of an email. While composing, we have certain etiquettes. While sending an email, we have certain etiquettes. And while receiving an email, we have certain etiquettes to follow. First one, while writing an email or composing an email, we should know that we have three options in our composing mail. We all know that two is we can include the email ID of a particular person in the to tab only to the relevant people who need to take action on the mail. We should mention the email ID of a person in the to tab only if the particular person is solely responsible for that particular email. We can give CC to a particular email if it is only for information purpose only. We can use BBC, that is blind carbon copy, to most of the people, that they will not open it, and we should avoid it in our official mails. That is, we always keen in writing an email that to whom we are writing. For a particular person to take action, we should use the tab to. We can use carbon copy, that it will be an information to the particular person. If I'm a placement officer, I can write a mail to XXX company that My students are willing to participate in your interview procedure. Then I can give a carbon copy to my head of the department that I am sending this mail to this particular company that our students are willing to participate in. So I can use the company's email ID in two tab and my HOD's email ID in carbon copy. If in cases I can use BBC also, that if I don't want the client to know that I am sending this mail to the head of the department, I can add the head of the department's mail ID in BBC. So we all know that there is only difference between CZ and BCZ, that is carbon copy and blind carbon copy. One, the two, the email ID we have mentioned in two tab will know the email ID we have entered in CZ, but the two email ID will not identify the mail we have entered in BBC. So, if you want to hide a particular information from two email ID, we can use BBC, but it is mostly not practiced and it is mostly unsafe and it should be avoided in official mails. Next, while composing an email, we should not send an email without subject. We should always mention the total content of the email in a short, good, and pointed subject lines. We should avoid the bad subject lines that uh, I have mentioned here: help needed, a tough problem, or urgent. Then act now, check this like this. We should not write any subject. After filling two column or carbon copy column, we should fill the subject with the concise pointed lines in the subject column. Next, while doing attachments, we should always first attach the email IDs. Then we should attach the file. For example, if I am sending the student list who are all participating in the particular event, I should attach that list in Word form or PDF form. So, what is required for that particular message should only be included in the attachment column. We should not attach the uh, um, particular file after writing contents. Before writing the contents of the mail, we should attach the file we are needed to send to them. Then only we can write the contents, so that we cannot forget that particular file. So while writing an email, we should keen that after filling two carbon copy and subject, we should attach the email and then only we can go for writing the contents of an email. Then contents. While writing the contents, we should start with the salutation. Salutation is nothing but using a word to respect something, to give a respect to the particular person. So I have separated the right and wrong contents. We should be aware of this right and wrong salutations. So if we are writing an email to our superior authority, we can use dear Mr. James or Miss Maria or dear Professor Smith. Like that, we can write to our superior faculties. Then, if you are communicating with the proper working relationship, you should use dear and the name of the person. It is enough. If you are writing an email to a close person, we can simply use hi or hello or just their name, comma, and then below that we can type our contents. So first we should start with the salutation. Then we should be concise and to the point. So we have to avoid long conversations and the questions to the minimum. So we should not write a long and very vague procedures. We should be concise to the point. For what we are writing this email, we should be mentioned, that should be mentioned in that particular compost. Then we should use proper spelling, grammar, and punctuation marks. So I have differentiated both correct and wrong contents. So we should not use exclamatory marks or question marks or colon, semicolon, comma, full stop, etc. It should be used where it is perfect to be used. So you can use comma after the name of the person. So you can full stop at the end of the sentence. So we should be keen that we are writing a proper grammatically without mistake sentence. Then we should not write in capitals. So the whole contents of the composed mail should be in sentence case. We should not use capitals. We should not use the whole contents in capital letters. Then we should take care with the abbreviations and emoticons. So we should use wherever it is necessary to give abbreviation. So I have differentiated the right and wrong content. So we can mention face to face. We should not mention F to F. While texting in WhatsApp to a friend or to a relative, we can use short forms that they may understand that particular abbreviation. But you are writing a professional email, we should not use any abbreviations or emoticons. It should be in full form. It is the right way to communicate with them. Then we should be careful with the styling and format. So wherever it is necessary to highlight the particular content, we can mention it in capital letters. We should not bold a particular thing or italicize a particular thing in the contents of the mail. If a particular sentence is more important, we can differentiate by changing the fonts in capital, and we should not highlight the particular things by using bold or italics format. Then sign off. So after writing the contents, you should mention a proper sign off. It should be standardized with your signature with name and contact details. So always it should be like this. So terms and records, your name, your designation in the company, then your company name, mobile number and address of the company name. This is the proper procedure to give a sign off. You should always have a, pre saved sign off in your email. You should not use tata bye bye see you like that. Then we should also have an etiquette while replying to an email. So when you receive an email, it should be answered at least within 24 hours. Then we should not use the tab reply to all. It is a most unrelevant practice. We should not use reply to all option. We should always use the reply option to compose a reply mail to them. and we should refrain from sending one liners. If you receive a mail, you should not only reply with okay or oh or thank you. We should not use that. So thank you for your email, thank you for your response, will communicate you soon, will revert you back. These are all the reply liners we should use. We should not use one liners and reply to all while replying to an email. Then while sending an email, so we should not use any high priority options. So we can only send a mail or copy a mail only it is on a needed basis. Then we can use the bbc field or a mail merge while sending an email. So before sending it, we should have a look over the composed mail, then to tab, cc tab, bc tab, subject, then attachment. So we have correctly entered the details or not. It should be overchecked to have a proper single communication with them. If you are identifying a mistake after sending an email to them and correcting that, and again sending to them, it will create a bad opinion on you. So before clicking the send button, you should have a look over these to have a, proper communication with them. Then some of the things we should remember while composing, sending or replying to a mail: that do not email, discuss or confidential matters or personal matters in the email. We should not discuss any confidential or personal matters in the email communication. So then we should not write a personal message or a personal text to a particular person to resolve a conflict between you and them. Then we should not write any email when we are angry. These are all the things to remember. So email is full and full uh, created and used for a professional communication only. We should not use or involve personal matters in emails. Then, last but not least, as I said, good email etiquette costs nothing and is worth a lot. So, if you follow a proper etiquette, it will surely impact on your communication and it will create a good impact on you. That let your manners speak for you. Thank you all.